In 2015, we left the rat race and went to the farm. We bought a 100-year-old farmhouse and 9 acres. After 3 years of extensive renovations, we can finally call ourselves College Hill Farm.
Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Today we're planting musk melons or cantaloupe and watermelon. Today I'm going to plant the watermelons and cantaloupes. I call them musk melons, you call them cantaloupes. It doesn't matter. My grandfather called all of them musk melons. What he was meaning was musk melon, which is a little bit different from a cantaloupe, but they taste the same to me, so I call all of them musk melons. So we're planting those today, but I'm doing it a little different than I've done it in years past. I've always planted them in a raised hill, but I always planted them in individual hills. If you go back and look at how I planted the cucumbers and the squash, you'll see that video and understand how I planted the squash and cucumbers. Well, that was the way I planted my watermelons and cantaloupe. Well, this year I'm doing it a little bit different. I drew a row just like I plant my okra on, and I'm going to plant it. And this year I think I'm going to use my excess chicken feed bags, so I don't have to burn them or throw them away. I'm going to use my excess chicken seed bags and use them as mulch with hay. So let's go ahead and put the cantaloupe in the ground, and when they all come up, then I'll go back and mulch after I cultivate them. I'm going to put my cantaloupe first, and I do the watermelons exactly the same way, so I don't have to show you all that 15 times. I'm just going to show you how I do it one time. The cantaloupe I'm planting is called Hales Best. Of course, I get them at the dollar store. Hales Best is also, it's not a hybrid. You can actually save the seed from them, but it doesn't matter. The seeds are so cheap, it's not worth my effort to save them. I could save them, and I might show you how to save them later on, but for the most part I buy them at the dollar store. I get 2 packets of seeds for $1, and there are probably 12 or 15 seeds in here, and you put 2 to a hill, or you have 2 plants to a hill. So I'm going to plant probably 3 or 4 seeds in each hill, and you plant them about 4 feet apart. That gives the vine plenty of room to grow. And with cantaloupe, the way I'll plant them, they take between 80 and 120 days to mature. So it's the middle of May. June, July, August would be 90 days and have them to start coming in. So I'll plant them now, and then in about 4 weeks I'll plant another set, and they'll come in September and up to October. So I'll have cantaloupes in August and September. Now, what do we do with them? Well, we eat fresh, but one of the best things you ever tried is dehydrated cantaloupe. It's absolutely awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll drop about 3 seeds to the hill, and all you got to do, 1, 2, 3. Well, I dropped 5. It'll be all right. I'll thin them if I have to. And you just tamp them in, cover them slightly. Because they're a small seed, you don't want to cover them deep. Now, we got a little rain last night, but as you can see, it wasn't much. So, but I let Mother Nature do the watering. So I'll scoop down about 4 feet. Make a little flat spot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many drop, but it'll be all right. That's in. Okay, that's 5 hills of cantaloupe. That'll be about all we'll probably eat in the month of August, and give us plenty to dehydrate too. As long as the beds are mulched good, they'll produce well, and they're fertilized good. If you don't fertilize them, you won't get a lot of cantaloupes. Cantaloupes and watermelons are heavy feeders, so you got to fertilize them pretty good. Pumpkins not so much, and squash. So I fertilize them a little, but not much. So that's 5 hills of this. I'll put in 5 hills of watermelon. Like I say, a month from now, I'll come back. Now, watermelon takes 120 days, and I haven't found anything other than watermelon chips as a good way to store watermelon. Watermelon's not good out of the freezer. It gets, it's just not good. We don't like it out of the freezer. So we don't store watermelon that way. We eat them fresh, we give them away, or we make watermelon chips out of them. Now, watermelon chips is a different subject altogether. They're really good, and they're low calorie, says the fat guy. All right, on to the next thing. I'd like to thank you for visiting with us at College Hill Farm today. I hope you found our videos entertaining and or informative. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on both Facebook and YouTube. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.